Okay, now we move on to the calculation or specific calculation for the variation and standard deviation. Right, so here is standard deviation, but before we get the standard deviation, we should get the variance first. So this is standard deviation is an obsolete measure of risk. So how to do our calculation is actually is the square root of deviation of each possible return from the expected return. So this is a variance, this is a standard deviation, right? So standard deviation is square root of a variance. So how to calculate variance? So this is the sum of the return minus with the expected return. So K1 is actually the possible return, or about K is the expected return, and then we have to times with the probabilities or the chances for the outcome. Alright, okay, now we are going to see the specific calculation, how suppose we do on our calculation. Alright, so this is the specific calculation, how suppose we going to calculate. Okay, so here this is company, so it's what we have to evaluate this kind of shares or security. So what we are going to do is to calculate, they ask us to calculate the expected return and standard deviation. And of course, before we get the standard deviation, we have to calculate for the variance. And the probabilities is 0.15 for the 5%, 0.3 for 7%, for 0.4 for 10%, 0.15 for 15%. Just like what I teach you already, how to calculate the expected return. We take the probabilities and then we times with the return. Alright, so this is the first one for the 15 and also the 5%, and then the 30% for the 7%, and then this one 40% of 10%, and then for the 0.15 for 15%, and total expected return is 9.1. So now how are we going to calculate the variance? Is the sum of, alright, so what is our return for the first one here? So our return is actually 5 minus with our expected return just now, which is 9.1, the power of 2, and then we times with our probability. Okay, and then we plus with the second one is here, which is 7 minus our expected return 9.1, power of 2, times with 30%. And then we plus with the third one, which is 10% minus expected return 9.1, the power of 2, and then we times with 0.4 our probability. And the last one, which is our return, is 15% minus expected return, the power of 2, times with 15. Alright, so our variance is equals to 9.39. So how to get the standard deviation is actually the square root of variance. So we get the standard deviation is 3.06. Okay, now we move on to the other one. Okay, coefficient of variation is the other things how to measure. So this is where we would like to measure the risk per unit of the expected return. Okay, so risk per unit. Just now what we calculate previously, standard deviation is actually the risk for a shares or the risk for the security. Alright, so here ratio of the standard deviation to expected return. So what we have, the formula coefficient of variation, we take our standard deviation divided by expected return. Why? We would like to know for 1 unit of the expected return. So what will be our coefficient of variation? Alright, so this is more meaningful. Why? Because when we have two situations or two alternatives when the expected return are not the same. So for example, if company A, right, we have the expected return 10%, a company B, the expected return is 12%. So we couldn't make an comparison. Even though maybe, alright, our standard deviation is the same, 4, and this is 4%. So which one that we should choose? even though the standard deviation is the same, but it's actually we couldn't make an our conclusion. So we have to calculate in terms of for 1 unit of return, which is coefficient of variation. So this is number 5 is measure of relative risk. Number 6 is the larger coefficient of variation. It shows that the larger relative risk of the investment. So if we fall in this kind of situation, so we have to calculate of the COV. Alright, so we have to take the standard deviation divided by expected return here. Okay, now we move on to the specific example to see how suppose we calculate on this one. Okay, coefficient of variation. So specific example here. Okay, assume that we have stock A or stock B or shares A and shares B, and then so this is the standard deviation and also the expected return. So when the expected return is not the same, so it's quite difficult to us to make a decision because the standard deviation is the same. As we know, if the standard deviation is higher, it shows that this is higher risk. But in this situation, both are the same. Is that the risks are the same? Alright, so what we have to calculate is we have to calculate using the coefficient of variation. So we take our standard deviation, we divide it by the expected return. So for A, 6.4 divided by 26.52, so we get 0.24. And this one for B, we take 6.4 divided by divide by 24.48, we get 0.26. Just like what I said before, lower, it means that low risk, higher, that it shows that a higher risk. Okay, now we move on. Okay, so type of risk. So now we are going to see the type of risk. So basically we have two types. Number 1 is systematic, number 2 is unsystematic. So what is systematic? So systematic is non-diversifiable, or this is market risk, or the other name is also this risk is unavoidable. So why this is unavoidable? So this is refers to the market factors that will affect all of the firm, not only at certain firms, but all firms will be affected. And this is beyond the firm's control, I mean outside of the company's control. And this is not unique. Not unique, it means that it's not only affect one company or one security, but it's going to affect all. Alright, number 5 is stated that the variability of return on stock or portfolios is associated with the changes in the return in the market as a whole. Alright, so the whole market will be affected. For example, general interest rate, alright, and then tax legislation, alright. So most of the country will be affected if the government change the tax and then the interest rate, for example, the inflation rate and so on. Alright, or the increasing the public concern about the effect of the business practices on the environment. Okay, it's going to affect the whole system.